Top of the morning, y'all. So we back on this topic again. I got a call from my cousin about this. He telling me about old school shit, which I expected. And then as you can see, it's this person down here at the bottom basically saying that she wishes that I don't get bust up in the head and that my kids don't become an orphan. Number one, bitch, don't ever speak about death over me and my kids becoming an orphan. Even though you're saying I wish that someone doesn't hit you back. But bitch, don't ever play with me like that. And I mean the fuck ever. I don't ever go in nobody's comment section speaking about death over them or the potential of death. Like what? Number two, you see what that person says up there at the top. My mom always fed my stepdad before her children. That is why we're all fucked up now and don't confide in her at all. I'm speaking from someone that has personally seen, has personally dealt with this type of shit. And y'all wonder why I'm so passionate. I talk with so much passion and I get triggered by certain things. It's because of shit like this. Y'all women that be dating these men, it could even be their own father. Like a lot of these children be seeing their fathers being hella fucking verbally, physically, and mentally abusive to their mothers. And these women are still so subservient to these men. They could just see this woman just finish getting her ass whooped and then she'll still come to the table and serve this man a big piece of chicken in front of her kids and feed him first before them. When they was just sitting up there crying and fighting and trying to get him to stop beating her ass. How do y'all not think that that don't fuck kids up? How do y'all think that it don't fuck kids up that this man and these new children in this house are not even your kid's sibling, and this is not your husband, and this is, I don't even give a fuck if it was your husband. It's not these kids' biological father. These are not these kids' biological siblings. And y'all women be dating these men, bringing them into y'all's house, making your kids unfucking comfortable because they don't know this nigga. And y'all treat him in either him by himself. Like I said, y'all be feeding this man before the kids. Sometimes y'all women will let a man that is not even the children's father dictate how you treat your own kids. Sometimes some of y'all women be letting men that are not even your kid's father discipline your fucking kids because y'all feel like he's the man of the fucking house. And we're not even speaking about the women that sit up there, meet these men. You don't even buy your own kids clothes. You don't even go and take your own kids out to the park and do nice shit for them. Now all of a sudden, because your boyfriend come over there with his kids, now all of a sudden you fucking super mom? Y'all think that that don't fuck y'all kids up? There are a lot of children right now, me included, that grew up as adults that was too young to say anything, to do anything, to speak up for themselves, to tell people how they feel without getting the shit smacked out of them. Because you can't just go to your mother and be like, Mom, that's not right that you're feeding. Like, we can't go to our parents and tell them how we feel about that because we would get beat the fuck up about it. So there are a lot of kids that were brought up with rage in their chest about shit that they don't understand and shit that they couldn't do shit about. Are y'all feeling what I'm saying here? Like I said in my other video, I could understand that being the man of the house and he's supposed to get the big piece of chicken and stuff like that. But I've never been to a family reunion, to any type of gathering where there's adults, men, women, and the children are not fed first before the adults. That's just custom. That's just common fucking sense. You feed and you take care of the needs of the children first. Parents and adults, we can fend for our fucking self, and a grown-ass man can most definitely fend for himself. What type of man, honestly, ego is that big that he feels like if he is not fed the big piece of chicken and it's not placed at that table and fed at that table before innocent kids, that it's a slight to him? It's something fucking wrong with that man. You already getting a big piece of chicken. The woman who is rearing the kids, taking care of the house, working herself, and taking care of the needs of the man, he these last every fucking day. Ain't nobody even thinking about that shit. Ain't nobody thinking about the needs of the woman or how the children feel. And I am, especially if the man is not the children's father. I don't even give a fuck if he is the primary breadwinner of the family. Why would you not feed your innocent children first? It's not like you sitting there at a table waiting and watching your children eat until they're completely done before the adults eat in the house. What difference does it fucking make the order that a woman serves her food out to the people that's living in her house? What fucking difference does it make? That makes no fucking difference whatsoever. As long as everybody is fed, any man that would sit there and remotely feel like he needs to speak up to you and tell you that you need to honor him by feeding him and serving him his plate first, because he's the man of the house and he's to be respected that way, something wrong with that nigga. And any woman that sits there and deals with a man talking to her like that and dealing with her like that in front of children, her children, you need the shit beat out of you. Because you are the reason why a lot of these kids grow up fucked up right now. A lot of the shit that these young adults are doing now, their temperament, the disrespect towards women, all that shit is stuff that's learned at home. They seen their mama do it. They seen some nigga do that shit to his mother. They seen some nigga treat his mother that way. That's why these little young niggas think that they could go around and treat these women the way that they do. Because some nigga was sitting up in his house treating his mama like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. This shit needs to stop. We not in the fucking... We ain't in 1920. A lot of the shit that people will put up and deal with, and a lot of those old school sayings that people abide by back in the day, we don't play that shit no more. And it's for a very valid fucking reason. Do you know how many men had whole families 2 blocks over or right across the street from his household with his wife, had whole other families? The women knew it. The kids went to school with each other. The woman dared not say nothing to the husband about it to get the shit beat. It was normal for men to beat their wives back in the day. And still come home after being with the woman across the street, got 2 or 3 kids over there, and still want to sit at this table and get fed first. Y'all crazy. That's why a lot of these women not sitting at home no more and allowing these men to be the breadwinner and have complete control over their fucking lives where they don't have any say-so and looking like a complete fool in front of their fucking kids. And half of the time, they be getting it. Back in the day, if a woman was to ever mutter a word to her man to speak up for themselves, she would get the shit smacked out of her. Now, am I lying? Am I lying? Women are not dealing with that shit no more. Women are not dealing with no man cheating on them, beating on them, and we damn sure not putting no fucking niggas before our fucking kids. I will not raise my kids every fucking day letting my kids know that a man is more important to me, that I have to serve and be of servitude to him before the kids that I birthed out of my own body. Never in my life would I ever. And any woman that feels that a man is that important, that she has to exalt him over top of her kids, should really be fucking ashamed of herself. I'm not going to take that initial video down that I said, because I meant what the fuck I said. Any man that thinks that he could ever say and speak to me and request that I treat him better than my kids, that will probably invoke me to violence. I'm not even lying. I would have to get away from that motherfucker to keep me the fuck out of jail. I get triggered by certain things for a certain reason because I've been through certain shit. So excuse me if I'm too passionate, but I don't give a fuck. A lot of y'all bitches need to get yourself together and stop fucking kissing ass to these men and grow one. This is my last point, and then I'm done with this topic. The fact that a lot of y'all men even have the gall and the gumption to even be saying some shit like this to women that they deserve to be fed first, knowing that y'all trying to be the females in 2024 in the relationship, is absolutely ridiculous. Y'all men don't even act the same way. Y'all don't even hold yourself to the same standard of quality of men as the actual men from back in the day do. Y'all little young niggas now, y'all just want to smoke weed, fuck every bitch in the neighborhood, and be tucked up under a real successful woman that is taking care of you like her fucking child. So a lot of this shit that was going on back in the day, that don't even apply to y'all niggas. I have not yet, in the past 5 years, seen any fucking man, black, white, Asian, none, that I have ever fucking met that got a bitch tucked up in the house and kept where he's completely taking care of her and their kids and this woman that does not have to work. I have not met one yet. So this shit right here don't apply to y'all because y'all are not the same type of men that the real men used to be back in the day. Y'all's not taking care of these women and not taking care of these families to the standard that these men that used to be able to say this type of shit can speak on. So, like, y'all really need to cut this shit out. Y'all need to leave this shit in the past because y'all don't even know how to be this type of man anymore. Case closed.